Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing God of War 3 Remastered on Chaos difficulty, and this is my Pain Plus guide and walkthrough. We're currently on installment the 23rd. It is entitled Heart of the Labyrinth. So, I don't think there are... Oh, there's one fight, but everything in this video really doesn't need to be discussed because we have an endurance fight coming up, and I just wanted to say before well, you could actually do this at the next save, but if you're not going to be using the boots, make sure for the endurance fight that you've already pressed L2 plus triangle to lock in the fact that you want, by default, when you reload from checkpoints, to have the head available so that you can illuminate any of the sirens that turn into blue silhouettes and can't be turned back until you put the light on them. So yeah, if you're not going to use the boots, make sure that you've already pressed that button, that button combination to make sure that that's active by default, because otherwise you're going to have the boots activated or whatever else you have on your controller, you know, that you've inputted last. But as I said, you could do that on the next checkpoint. I'm sorry, the next save Halo. But I wanted to put a couple things just out there real quick, because the next fight is the endurance fight, and you know me, I said if this endurance fight can't be no damaged again, I'm gonna delete the guide. I don't want it, because last time I did the endurance fight, and without even, I'm not saying this was easy, but I wasn't even trying to do it no damage, and I'm probably misremembering it because the fight is hard and a lot of nonsense and shit happens, but I'm probably not remembering it so much accurately. But I do know that I was kind of shocked when I finished that fight last time, because I knew that it's a very difficult fight to no damage, and if I did it no damage and I wasn't even thinking, like, I don't want to say I wasn't even trying to do it no damage, because that kind of sounds like I think a little too highly of myself or something, but I wasn't, here's the thing, you play differently if you're setting out to do something no damage, or if you're going in a tad bit more casually, not trying to do no damage. You play way more defensively, and that's why the endurance fight coming up back in 2017 when I did it, I think I clocked it in at around 25 minutes, but this time the no damage fight that I have for the endurance, it was 35 minutes. I couldn't believe the footage when I played it back, because 35 minutes, that seems way too long, but it's true. It's a 35-minute fight. I'm thinking about redoing it to get it a little bit shorter. I'm not sure, but the reason that it's 35 minutes and not 25 was because I was being extremely defensive, extremely careful, because there are so many things that could go wrong when you're trying to do something no damage. There's so much nonsense, so much. There's one thing that happened that you'll just be shocked that I didn't get hit. It was so absurd, but I didn't get hit. It has to do with well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's I don't know. And yet I think I did do the endurance fight this time, no damage. It's 35 minutes. What does it matter if it's 35 minutes? You already said you're going to delete the guide if you can't do it no damage. Then you fucking do it no damage, and then just because it's 10 minutes longer than your last fight, you're going to redo the fight, and if you don't then redo the fight without damage, you're going to delete the fucking guide. It's like, I can't just keep doing that kind of stuff. If it's 35 minutes, I'm going to try a bit to do it, but if it doesn't work out, then yes, I'm perfectly happy with the 35-minute fight. I mean, not perfectly, but I'm satisfied, because if you could do something no damage, you've done it well. There's no mistake about that. You've done it well, and you should be proud of yourself. However, I just there's just this disparity in my mind about how did I do it last time when I wasn't setting out to do it, and it came kind of by accident. I wasn't even thinking about it. And then this time, it took about 2 days of heavy playing, long hours of playing, having so many things go wrong. I also need to make a correction. In the last video, I said that the Labyrinth Minotaurs possibly only appeared in the spike room. No, I forgot that those Labyrinth Minotaurs, anytime you fight a Minotaur within the labyrinth, not the caverns, those are Labyrinth Minotaurs. So I apologize, and I'm probably saying that wrong too. Labyrinth, I'm not sure. But they're very, very, very bitchy, and they're move canceling nonsense and quick hits, and just they're blocking absurd things and different things happening I can't tell you the amount of absurdity that happens in a fight, when you're trying to do it no damage, and then the stupidest, like the goofy shit that happens and the nonsense, it's just untold. So I just wanted to put that out to you and mention that. So whatever video you see in installment the 34th, that will be what I have decided. Okay? And I will just have to settle, because when I thought about it, I mean, 35 minutes, it's a long fight, but still 35 minutes, it's quite long, and also I don't want to narrate something for 35 minutes when I could maybe do it in 20. More, not, it is the time factor of extra minutes, but it's not that much, but still, it is. If you're doing it more quickly, you're being more efficient. That's the thing. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because this is the end of it right here. So when you save it, you need to press, as I mentioned, L2 plus triangle to lock in the light exposure, so that you can do the light blast with the head of Helios. Okay. If you forget to do that, just reload from the previous save point over here. Make sure you save it, of course. But that is it. And I'll also mention that in the next video, because there will be plenty of time to talk about things like that. And I will see you on the endurance fight. Until we meet over there, please continue to take care.